잘 나가는 아이돌 래퍼 그 이면에 나 약한 자신이 있어 조금 위험해 우울증 강박대대로 다시금 도주 Hell no 어쩌면 그게 내 부모습일지도 몰라 damn 현실의 괴리감 이상가의 갈등 아픈 머리가 땡기병이 생겨버린 게 18살쯤 그래 그때쯤 내 정신은 점점 모여대 가끔씩 나도 내가 무서워 자기 혐오와 다시 놀러 와버린 우울증 덕분에 이미 민연기는 죽었어 죽은 여전과 난가 비교하는 게 나의 일상이 돼버린 지 오래 정신과 처음 간다 부모님이 연락 같이 상담을 받았지 부모님과 날 잘 몰라 내 자신도 날 잘 몰라 그렇다면 누가 알까 친구 아님 너 그 누구도 날 잘 몰라 의사 선생님이 내게 물었어 저기 있냐고 주저없이 나는 말했어 그런 적 있다고 어른처럼 하는 말 I don't give a shit, I don't give a fuck 그딴 말들 전부 다 날 간날 숨기려 하는 말 지우고픈 그때 그래 기억조차 나지 않는 너는 공연하는 날 사람들의 무서워 화장실에 숨어버린 나를 마주하던 나 그때 난 성공이다 보상할 줄 알았지 근데 말해 시간이 지날수록 괴물이 된 기분이야 처음 아파가 나의 성공이란 괴물은 더 큰 부러워 내 무기였던 욕심이 때려 날 집어삼키고 망치며 때려 목줄을 걸어 어떤 이들은 내 입을 틀어 막으면서 나가를 삼키라 해 I don't want it 그들은 내가 이 동산에서 나가길 원하는 shit 알겠으니까 제발 그만해 이 모든 일들의 근원은 아니까 나 스스로 그만둘게 내 불행이 니들의 행복이라면 기꺼이 불행해줄게 증오의 대상이 나라면 기어틴에 올라서 줄게 상상만 하던 것이 현실이 돼 어릴 꿈이 내 눈앞에 꼴랑 두 명 앞에 공연하던 족밥 이젠 더 커더미 내 코앞에 한번 사는 등 누구보다 화끈하게 대좀 사는 건 아무나 해 My fam, my homie, my fam 걱정 말게 나 이제 정말 괜찮아져 내 본질은 부정했던 게 숫자라 내 주선 아이돌 부정은 나다 수차례 정신을 파고들던 거내 방황의 끝 정답은 없어 내 팔아먹었다고 생각했던 자존심이 이제 나의 자긍심 내 팬들아 떳떳이 고개 들게 누가 나만큼은 세이코에서 롤렉스 악스에서 태조내 서치타번에 끄떡거리는 수만 명들의 고개 쇼미더머니 못한 게 아니라 안 한 거라고 shit 우리 팔아먹던 너는 안 한 게 아니라 못한 거라고 shit 내 창작에 뿌리는 하나 세상 다 맞서만 똥같이 잡아지 화장실 잠을 쉬는 그땐 이제 내게 추억이 돼 그날 알바중 났던 사고 덕분에 시발 박살이 났던 어깨 뼈 잡고 했던 내 비는 내가 누구 앞에서 고생한 척들어내 쉐이코에서 롤렉스 악시에서 태조내 손짓 한 번에 끄떡거리는 수만 명들의 고개 한이 나은 나 똑똑히 나를 봐 우리 팔아먹던 너는 안 한 게 아니라 못한 거라고 shit
just got real. Just got really real. And I mean like really, really, really real. What the just happened? No comment from anybody out there could have prepared me. I can only speak for myself. Prepared me for the anthem and heartfelt story, pure pain, but also overcoming that pain.
Oh, beautiful.
Like,
we got two songs here.
and you heard when it stopped, and I was like, oh wait, I think we're done here.
Yeah, I think we're done here. Oh wait,
And then it came back.
it came back as a rock star, right?
And his lyrics went along with
Perseverance.
that. Exactly.
I made it. I persevered. Crown me. Bow. Nod your head.
You picked up some lyrics from this one,
Yeah.
didn't you, brother?
Yeah, Jordan. This was something very different
Yeah.
than what we've heard up until this point. This is something different than anything we've ever heard before. Frankly,
Yeah.
before we go digging, Jordan, I want to know this. What did hearing this song, reading the lyrics for the very first time, make you feel? What emotions did it elicit?
Thank you. Thank you for speaking for us. Like, that's what I was feeling in my head. Thank you for speaking for us. The way the beat was put together, the way his words just spoke for everybody over this beat. It was almost like he was using words and using music to express feelings that millions of people, Jared, feel. And I can only speak for myself. And the part that was very interesting to me about this song, there were so many parts, but at one point he said, you just fake like you have anxiety or something. Like, you just fake. This is something, Jared, that if you go through it, you know what it feels like. You know what it feels like. He said his anxiety started at 18. I don't mean to make this about me, Jared, but that's what a song like this does. It makes you think about your experiences. I remember my first panic attack I had at 18 years old.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
I had no idea what it was, brother. I said, what? One of the worst feelings I've ever felt in my life. Probably the worst feeling. In a college classroom, in my desk, in the chair.
Yeah.
Face going beet red. I'm sweating in my hands. I'm sweating through my sweatshirts that I'm wearing. Jared?
Yeah.
And like, your social anxiety, like, okay, now people are noticing my face is turning red. I can't move. I damn sure can't get up and walk out of this classroom because that will alert everybody to make them look at me. I don't want any eyes on me.
Yeah.
I'll just keep it there before before I go in for an hour, Jared.
I'm sure Army would want to hear it, Jordan.
What were you thinking about when you heard this, man?
This song made me want to cry.
Why didn't you?
I did feel like I was holding back a little bit. I think maybe when we check out the lyrics, it'll elicit some more emotion. The first half of this song was some of the most vulnerable, beautiful, deep, painful music and lyrics that I've ever heard. I mean, you felt every ounce of Suga's pain, of August's pain, right? And a technique that he used in this song that allowed him to make people feel was his breath, right, Jordan? I mean, there were moments where we heard him breathe, and it's part of the beat. It's part of the song.
Even a cough.
His cough. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. It was just one little cough. His you heard it all. I mean, those sounds come from the soul.
The pauses in the beat. Again, he's a master of spacing.
And then, as I said, I was not expecting the second half of this song. Yeah. The perseverance.
I think perseverance is the perfect word, because when that beat went out and then it came back in, I was like, oh no, he's gonna tell us like how it came back stronger. because that's how it often happens, Jared. Like you think you're over it, and then it'll come back, and then you're like, oh this hurts even more because have I not made any progress? But his words were talking about how it's a sense of pride for him now. Like, how like he's worked through these things. No, it can't break him.
Yeah.
And he uses that. And Jared, that's the most beautiful thing about Suga or Agust D as an artist and person. I mean, Jared, he's doing exactly what Bang PD told them to do, to use their stories in their music.
Yes.
He's helping millions and millions of people out there. And he's a true artist to craft a song this perfect to describe his own painful story to help other people. It's like that takes going through that. I can imagine the process.
Think about how hard it is to perfectly match what you have to say, your story, right? Your deep, insightful, vulnerable lyrics with a beat.
Yeah.
This beat was not distracting in any way. It was the perfect fit. The perfect fit. And now it's time, Jordan, to check out these lyrics.
Let's do it, man. Jeez.
So, according to Dual Set, The Last, and I think this song deserves another pronunciation of the actual title. So, let's try to read it out, Jordan. It says, Zi, Mag, Matzimak, The Last. And it was produced by Agust D, June, and P-Dog, and written by Agust D, June, and P-Dog.
Okay.
And there's a note here that reads, background information. Han is a mix of sorrow, nostalgia, anger, pain, and hope. It's the emotional journey and state of mind of someone who has been gravely wronged, but is powerless, made powerless in society to take revenge, but decides eventually to cling to the hope of a better future when you overcome your Han. I will not translate this particular word. Okay.
So we will be seeing the word Han throughout, I imagine. And that's exactly what it is.
Wow.
I mean, this right here describes the entire song, if you ask me.
Sorrow, nostalgia, anger, pain, and hope.
Yeah.
All right, so the lyrics begin. Behind a successful idol rapper stands my weak self, a bit dangerous. Depression and compulsion sometimes flare up. Hell no. Maybe that's my true self.
Not being able to distinguish within yourself what's true. And this gets back to him talking about the two different masks.
Yes.
Right?
Okay. Damn. Feeling of separation from the reality. Conflict with my ideals. My head hurts. It was when I was about 18 that my social phobia developed. Yeah, it was about then that my mind became polluted more and more. That's a great way to describe it. Sometimes I'm afraid of myself. Thanks to self-hatred and depression that came to play again. Min Yoongi has already died. I killed him.
Again, that war within yourself. The feeling of being separated from reality.
Yes.
And you're having worked in the mental health field a little bit for a couple years and like learning about not only what we felt at certain times, but what really goes on out here, what people really go through.
Yes.
Learning about depersonalization, about all of these, I don't even know if you can call them illnesses. It's just a way of life that, you know, some people are forced to confront.
You're exactly right. You can call them internal battles.
Internal battles.
Right? Invisible internal battles, oftentimes invisible. The lyrics continue. It's been a long time since it became my daily life to compare my dead passion to others. On the first visit to a psychiatrist, my parents came to Seoul and had a consultation with me. My parents said they didn't know me well. I don't know myself well either. Then, who would know? Who knows? Friend? If not you, nobody knows me well. The doctor asked me, have you ever beep? And that's when we heard the beep. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever, what could that be? Have you ever thought about hurting yourself, maybe?
Yeah.
And Suga says, without hesitation, I answered that I have. I say like a habit, I don't give a shit. I don't give a f. That's a line that stands out in this song. Was that in a different song, or had we heard that portion of this song before?
We heard this part, Jared,
Yeah.
of this song in the intro video, I believe, that we watched months and months ago.
Got it.
Right? And this was one of those songs that took us aback. We were like, what? He's like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a f.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All those words, are to hide my weak self. The time that I want to erase, yeah, it was on a day of some performance that I can't even remember. Okay.
Jared, all those words are to hide my weak self. Saying I don't give a shit. I don't give a f. That's to hide my weak self.
Yeah.
I really do give a shit. I
Yeah.
really do give a f.
Again, it's that juxtaposition, right, of having a wall and wanting nobody to come in,
Right.
but then feeling abandoned in the ocean and wanting people to come visit.
Right.
I faced myself who got afraid of people and hid in the washroom. Back then I thought that success would make it all worth it. But then it feels like I'm becoming a monster as time passes. The monster my success earned at the cost of my youth wants greater wealth. The greed that used to be my weapon now swallows me, ruins me, and puts a leash around my neck.
We read about this in a different song, I think, that referenced the last. The greed that used to be my weapon
Yes.
now swallows me, ruins me, and puts a leash around my neck.
Yeah. Some people stop my mouth and ask me to swallow the forbidden fruit. I don't want it. They want me to leave this garden.
Could that be like, is he alluding to medications? Like some people want me to take medications, or I don't know what he means by forbidden fruit.
This could also be a reference to the Bible,
Yeah.
right? Adam and Eve. I don't know the full story
Yeah.
exactly, but
I mean, yeah, leave this garden. Like,
yeah.
this garden is where the magic happens.
Yeah.
Right? It's where my creativity lives. And people want me to swallow the forbidden fruit. And that.
I think you're onto something
Yeah.
with the medication. I get it. So please stop. The cause of all these problems is me. So let me quit by myself. If my misfortune is your happiness, I'll gladly be unfortunate. Let me read that again.
Yeah.
If my misfortune is your happiness, I'll gladly be unfortunate. Ooh. Is he saying that he'll sort of sacrifice his fortune and his pain for the happiness of others?
That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Okay.
That's tough for me to understand, this line.
Yeah. If the target of your hatred is me, I will step onto the guillotine for you.
Basically, I think what he's saying is, you don't have to hate me. I already hate myself.
Oh, you don't have to put me through anything. I'm already putting myself through it all. Things I had only imagined became reality. My childhood dream is in front of my eyes. A little who used to perform in front of 2 people.
A little
Now Tokyo Dome is in front of my nose. I love when he speaks like this, Jordan.
Yeah.
I only live once, so I live harder than anyone. Living half-heartedly can be done by anyone. My fan, my homie, my fam. Don't worry, I'm really okay now. Damn.
Ooh. We hear the rhyme here, Jared.
Yeah.
And it looks like these 2 words rhyme. Anyone.
I denied my essence multiple times. My address is idle. I don't deny it. The anguish that dug into my mind multiple times. At the end of my wandering, there is no answer. My pride that I thought I had sold now becomes my self-respect. Okay, I got to read that line one more time.
Yeah.
My pride that I thought I had sold now becomes my self-respect. I still don't know what that means.
Yeah. I do know that this came in that later or latter half of the song.
Okay.
Where it sort of feel like, it flipped. And he's using it as a source of pride.
Okay. My pride that I thought I had sold now becomes my self-respect. Okay. My fans, keep your head up proudly. Who else would do as much as I do?
True.
From Seiko to Rolex, from Axe Hall to gymnastics arena. So the Seiko and the Rolex watches, right?
I know a Rolex is a watch.
Yeah.
Let's look up Seiko real quick. Yeah.
So I assume that Seiko may be a little lesser than a Rolex, and Axe Hall is lesser than gymnastics arena.
Right. From a hall to arena, concert hall to an arena.
Yeah. Tens of thousands nod to one hand gesture of mine. Yes, sir. That line right there may be my favorite line of the second half of this song.
And you can see that. Like, you can clearly see Suga's hand moving and a bunch of heads going down.
Yeah.
Because Suga, they all move their hands, the rappers did, but Suga.
Yep. And, I mean, it could be even simpler than that. Suga could just do that at a concert and just have everybody go like this.
Yeah. Man.
Oh, wow. Show me the money. It's not that I couldn't do it. I didn't do it. And the note here reads, Show Me the Money is a Korean rap competition TV show where contestants go through challenges and get eliminated until only one winner remains. Rappers from varying backgrounds and levels of reputation compete together, and some idol rappers were able to gain recognition from the general public through this show. Okay. So he says, show me the money. It's not that I couldn't do it. I didn't do it.
Like, I made the choice not to.
Yeah. Those who used to sell us out, it's not that you didn't do it. You couldn't do it.
So it's like a flip. Look at the line you just read. Show me the money. It's not that I couldn't do it. I didn't do it. Those who used to sell us out, it's not that you didn't do it. You couldn't do it.
Ooh.
Right? So like, those who used to sell us out.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Is he talking about other rappers? Like, it's not that you didn't become as big as I did. It's that you couldn't. Is that what he's talking about?
That's what it sounds like, John. Yeah, you can't sell us out.
Right. And he's like, it's not that I couldn't do this Korean rap competition TV show.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
I made the choice not to.
Exactly.
So,
wow.
Hey, even if he's telling us his story,
yeah,
I mean, he's gonna give us all his sides of his personalities, Jared. Like he's truly confident to his core about his rapping ability.
Yes.
I think that's unshakable.
Yes.
But
and here I see is where we get our first incidence of the word Han.
Okay.
The lyrics continue. The root of my creation is Han. I have tasted the world's sweetness, bitterness, and even
Let's go back up to the definition, Jared.
Yeah.
Han is a mix of sorrow, nostalgia, anger, pain, and hope. It's the emotional journey and state of mind of someone who has been gravely wronged but is powerless or made powerless in society to take revenge, but decides eventually to cling to hope, to the hope of a better future when you overcome your Han. So the mix of sorrow, nostalgia, anger, pain, and hope, Jared.
Yeah. And he's saying that's the root of his creation.
That's what fuels him. And
Yeah.
that's what fuels any great artist.
Yes.
That's that duende,
Yes.
right?
The time when I tried to sleep on a bathroom floor is now a memory to me. It became a memory. I debuted holding onto my crushed shoulder thanks to the accident on my part-time delivery job. And Army has let us know about that.
Mm-hmm.
In front of whom do you think you're pretending you've gone through hardships?
I think that's the line that I mentioned a little while ago. Like, in front of whom you're pretending? What do you mean you've gone through it or you're going through it?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like, I can tell you're not.
Yeah.
You don't have to pretend. It's almost disrespectful to pretend.
From Seiko to Rolex, from Axe to gymnastics, tens of thousands nod to one hand gesture of mine. I was born out of Han. Look at me, right? Those who used to sell us out, it's not that you didn't do it. You couldn't do it.
Wow. I'm impressed, man. I am thoroughly impressed.
I'm taken aback, Jordan. Like literally taken aback.
Yeah, this song is as close to a masterpiece in terms of taking your emotions,
Yes.
working with them, figuring out what you want to put to pad, right? Having to go through what he went through already. But like you said, trying to find a way to pick the right beat.
Yeah.
Say exactly what you want to say and then say it exactly how you want to say it over the right beat that you produced while going through what you're going through, while feeling it doesn't end, man.
And fitting in those coughs, those breaths, those wheezes, those outside sounds, right? We were transported to a psychiatrist's office. Have you ever beep? Just masterful.
Yeah, man. Very, very, very well put together.
Wow.
All right, Jared. So even though it's hard to move on from that song,
Yeah.
right? It's time.
Crazy to think that that song is right next to Tony Montana on this mixtape.
Well, if we look at the structure of the album so far,
Yeah.
yeah, it is kind of crazy to think that. It is kind
Right?
of
Because we go from energy level of August D,
Yeah.
right? And then we go down to the last. And then it looks like we're bringing that energy right back up.
Well, if you think about it,
Maybe it picks up from the second half of the song.
exactly that
Right?
last part of the song
Yeah.
where he's using it as his superpower almost.
Yeah. Actually, Jordan, right? If you think about the last and the second half of that song, right? Perseverance. I made it. Bow your heads. I'm on stage now. I make one single hand gesture. Everybody's moving their heads. I'm on top. Tony Montana's next. I mean, I went through all of this. I persevered, and now I'm on top. That makes sense.
Persevered on both inner and outer
Yes.
lives or realities.
Yes. People tried to take from me, and I tried to take from myself.
Yeah. Ooh.
But now I'm Tony Montana.
Tony Montana.
나도 내가 무서워 자기 혐오와 다시 놀러 와버린 우정 덕분에 이미 민연기는 죽었어 죽은 여전과 난가 비교하는 게 나의 일상이 돼버린 지 오래 정신깔 처음 간다 부모님이 연락 같이 상담을 받았지 부모님과 나 잘 몰라 내 자신도 나 잘 몰라 그렇다면 누가 알까 친구 아님 너 그 누구도 나 잘 몰라 의사 선생님이 내게 물었어 주저없이 나는 말했어 그런 적 있다고 어른처럼 하는 말 I don't give a shit I don't give a fuck 그딴 말들